Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is waiting. And as you can see, I am not wearing glasses, and that is because I am waiting for my new lenses to be put into my old frames, and I am waiting outside of the optometry office for them to basically reshape the lenses to go right into the frames because they had apparently cut them the wrong size. And so what I'm doing is I'm waiting for that to happen. And in the meantime, I am seeing things literally in a different way than I usually see things. And it's a little uncomfortable. I'm sort of outside of my comfort zone. And I am just needing to kind of bide my time and get to the other side of it. And while this is only going to take maybe 20, 30 minutes, there are other things in life that take a hell of a lot longer and still have that kind of awkward in between experience. And so, for example, right now there's another thing that's going on in my life that I am waiting for, and I had an idea of when it was supposed to be completed, and we have gone over that at this point in time, and I'm still waiting. And what I've noticed is that I can be telling myself stories about why this is happening. I can make myself miserable with stories about why this is happening. Or I can choose to surrender and I can choose to trust that all is going to be well. And I think it's helpful to recognize that it's uncomfortable to wait because that is sort of a different state than being in the flow, than going about business as usual and just living our lives. That waiting is usually a period where we are anticipating something being different and we're waiting for the next step. That's definitely the case for me with most of the things I wait for. And in the same way that I don't have my glasses on and I'm seeing life in a slightly different way, there is a way that when I'm waiting for most things, I am experiencing life in a slightly different way than I normally am. So I'm really aware of how incredibly important it is to be thinking about just surrendering to the process and letting it be what it is instead of telling myself a whole bunch of stories about why something isn't happening the way I want it to happen. And one of the things that I've noticed is that while I can tell myself stories about how something's not going to work or the reason that it's not happening in the time that I'm hoping it's going to happen is because something has gone wrong or yada, 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 that every single time I have surrendered and every single time something hasn't happened quite in the time frame that it was supposed to, something came along that made sense. Something happened that explained why I had to wait. There was usually some piece of the puzzle that needed to click into place in order for the universe to flow even more effectively. And most of the time, the waiting had a reason. And it usually led me to something even better than what I had imagined in the first place. And so I can choose to trust and really believe that it is all in divine and perfect order and everything is going to unfold as it should. Or I can make myself miserable and tell stories, and still things are going to ultimately unfold as they should. I'm just going to have a much harder time in the meantime. So my question to you is, how are you with waiting? Do you find it fairly easy to surrender to the process and to accept that it's a little uncomfortable being in the awkward in-between stage and sort of go about life as usual or go about whatever it is that's in front of you that you can do while you wait for the other things to click into place? Or do you tell yourself stories? Do you get distressed? Do you find it hard to wait? Do you get impatient? And what would it be like if you did get impatient to do a little bit of imagining that it's all going to work itself out and that there is a divine and perfect plan and the waiting is part of it? So I would love to hear what you have to say about all this. Please leave a comment below. And until next word of the day, I'm wishing you peace, I'm wishing you ease, and I am wishing you the patience to wait for what you need to wait for. And in the meantime, I would be ever so thrilled if you would go and like my Facebook page, Modern Medicine Lady LLC. And also, please, please, please share this message with other people who would find it useful. So please like it. Please share it. Please pass it along to other people who would find it helpful. Thank you so much, and until tomorrow, peace.